Well, we've been showing you how Iran has a bullseye on the back of the United States, yet no country is more threatened by Iran's Ayatollahs than Israel. I recently sat down with Israel's Consul General in New York, Dayan, to discuss Iran, the dangerous boycott Israel movement, and what Christians can do to help. Take a look. So we have these exciting, interesting things happening for Israel and the Jewish people around the world, Ambassador. Yet we still have that Iran threat looming. How do you educate people that this Iran threat is not only a threat for Israel, but it's a threat to the United States, to the free world as a whole?
Oh, it's so easy, Eric. The one fact that the American public should know. Iran is now engaged, it was revealed lately, in a very ambitious, very aggressive project to develop ICBMs. ICBMs standing for Intercontinental Ballistic Missiles. The intercontinental ballistic missiles are not for Tel Aviv or for Jerusalem. They don't need intercontinental. Regular missiles can reach Tel Aviv or Jerusalem. The intercontinental ballistic missiles Iran is developing are for the Great Saturn, for New York, for Washington, for Los Angeles, for Chicago. And that's a fact that I am sure President Trump will take into consideration when dealing with Iran, and it's a fact that should worry every single American citizen.
Israel, I like to say on the show, Ambassador, is really the first line of defense for the West in many ways. Whether it's ISIS, Iran, Hamas, Hezbollah, Israel is literally on the front lines.
The fact that Israel, in a period of such turbulence and such fanaticism in the Middle East, is an island of democracy, is an island of stability, and is an island of defending the Judeo-Christian values we cherish so much, and we managed to do that successfully. I think it's not an obvious achievement of Prime Minister Netanyahu, but it's an achievement indeed.
But we have another threat to Israel in the diplomatic realm in some cases, and it's called boycott, divest from, sanction Israel, BDS for short. Ambassador, tell us a bit about why that is so dangerous and how you are fighting back against it.
Well, first of all, it's dangerous from a psychological point of view because it's a manipulation. That proverbial old lady in Columbus, Ohio, and enters the supermarket, the grocery store, and has to decide if she buys Israeli products or not. She's been manipulated by evil forces that their explicit aim is to wipe out Israel from the map. It's not about these limits of Israel, those boundaries, or this policy or that policy. The so-called BDS is about the extinction of Israel from the map, and that is very important to understand. We definitely are worried by the delegitimization campaign, well orchestrated, well funded against Israel. But let's also say the BDS is a miserable failure. I mean, Israel's economy is thriving.
Ambassador, last question. We have BDS, we have Iran, those kind of threats. How can Christians stand up and support Israel and the Jewish people in a greater way? What can the Christians at Christians United for Israel, 3.3 million members around the country, what can Christians do to really make their voices heard and put their faith into action in supporting Israel?
I want to tell you, Erick, what bothers, if we go again to the issue of BDS, evil in BDS is not the fact that they use boycotts or that they single out Israel. The evil in BDS is the fact that they target the just party, the right party in the equation, the moral party, the peace-seeking party, this that does the right side of the equation. That is the evil in BDS, and I know that our Christian friends, our Christian allies all over this continent, this country, this continent, will more and more make their voices heard in favor of the just cause of the State of Israel.
Ambassador, thank you so much. Real pleasure. Thanks for joining us.